Even though black tea is a familiar and widely consumed beverage, it is important to begin with cautions when discussing concentrated black tea polyphenol supplementation. Extracts deliver far higher levels of catechins, deflavins, and other bioactive compounds than a standard cup of tea, which can occasionally cause mild digestive upset, jitteriness, or sleep disturbances due to residual caffeine content. Individuals with sensitivity to caffeine, iron absorption issues, or certain cardiac conditions should monitor their response and consult a healthcare professional before starting concentrated supplements. Ensuring product quality is also important, as polyphenol content and purity can vary significantly between brands. Once these considerations are managed, the benefits of black tea polyphenol for reducing chronic inflammation, particularly in older adults, become clear and compelling. This 18-month study followed adults taking standardized black tea extract and compared them to a placebo group, measuring a panel of inflammatory cytokines to assess systemic inflammatory status. Chronic low-grade inflammation is a central driver of aging-related diseases, including cardiovascular dysfunction, insulin resistance, and cognitive decline. By measuring multiple cytokines rather than a single marker, the study captured a comprehensive view of how black tea polyphenol influenced the body's inflammatory landscape. The results demonstrated small but statistically significant reductions in key pro-inflammatory cytokines, reflecting a meaningful dampening of systemic inflammation over time. While the reductions were modest, their cumulative effect is likely more substantial, as even slight decreases in chronic inflammatory signaling can reduce arterial stress, support metabolic stability, and protect tissue integrity over months and years. For aging adults, these subtle improvements translate into less wear and tear on the vascular system, improved cellular resilience, and a lower baseline inflammatory burden, which is a critical determinant of long-term health. What makes these findings particularly encouraging is the consistency and duration of the intervention. Over 18 months, participants maintained daily supplementation and demonstrated sustained reductions in inflammatory markers. This suggests that black tea polyphenols support long-term inflammatory regulation rather than producing only transient or short-lived effects. The sustained decrease in pro-inflammatory signaling allows the body's repair systems, immune modulation, and vascular function to operate more efficiently, contributing to healthier aging. Mechanistically, black tea polyphenol exert their effects through multiple pathways. They act as antioxidants, neutralizing reactive oxygen species that can trigger inflammatory cascades, and they modulate intracellular signaling pathways such as NF-kappa B and MAPK, which are central regulators of cytokine production. By targeting both oxidative stress and inflammatory gene expression, black tea polyphenol provide a dual-layered approach to reducing the chronic, low-grade inflammation that accumulates with age. This multi-targeted effect is particularly valuable for older adults, whose tissues are more susceptible to oxidative and inflammatory damage over time. Another encouraging aspect of black tea polyphenol is their accessibility and practicality. While drinking multiple cups of black tea daily provides some benefit, standardized extracts deliver consistent and higher doses of active compounds in a convenient form. This is especially helpful for older adults who may have dietary restrictions, limited fluid intake, or sensitivity to large volumes of tea. A reliable supplement ensures that the anti-inflammatory benefits can be sustained over months, maximizing their long-term impact. The broader implications of these findings are significant. Even modest reductions in chronic inflammation can positively influence cardiovascular health, insulin sensitivity, joint comfort, and cognitive function. Lower baseline inflammation allows the immune system to respond more appropriately to challenges, supports tissue repair, and reduces the silent, cumulative stress that contributes to age-related disease. Over time, these benefits compound, helping older adults maintain vitality, resilience, and overall physiological stability. Taken together, the study suggests that black tea polyphenol are a practical, natural, and evidence-backed strategy for supporting long-term inflammatory regulation. By producing small but meaningful reductions in a panel of pro-inflammatory cytokines, they help create a more balanced internal environment, protecting vascular, metabolic, and tissue health. When used responsibly, with attention to quality and dosage, black tea polyphenol become more than a beverage-derived supplement. They offer older adults a subtle yet powerful way to support healthy aging, maintain resilience, and promote systemic wellness over the long term.